like a doll's eyes, Chief.
Alright YouTube, what's going on? So I'm just going to go ahead and do an update. Not much has changed. Fish are still good. They are healthy. Corals look fine. I got some more B-ionic that's on dosing currently. I will upgrade my dosing system eventually. Just right now it's easy and I have a lot of easy corals to take care of, so I'm just trying to keep it simple right now. The rock work seems to be like getting algae. I got a lot of flow in my tank, but you know, I do feed the tank a lot. There's just like a little bit of hair algae starting to grow, I can kind of see, but the tangs I know are keeping it down. So that's pretty much it in the display. There's not really much aggression at all. Sometimes I'll see a nick out of one of the yellow tang's fins, but it's just minor aggression. The powder blue tang, he doesn't mess with anybody and nobody messes with him. Oh, it's pretty cool. See him picking at the algae there. I did get an auto top off though. Got this guy right here, the hydrofill. And I also straightened everything out down here. Everything was just a bunch of wires all over the place. The controllers were just kind of laying down. I hadn't mounted them yet. So I got sick of looking at it. I was kind of afraid, you know, if water were to drain into here somehow, that, you know, would be some serious damage. So I kind of went crazy with tape. I taped everything up here just for now until I can figure out a permanent solution. I mounted another power bar up there. I got that one up off the ground. It's just kind of taped there so water's not going to get in the outlets. I got the controllers. There's the MP60 there, making the wave. There's the M1, full blast, return pump. The MP40 just blowing flow through the back. That's a little Jabio wave maker that was on the 20 gallon. I actually added that down here for flow because the Kato was just all dying. All the Kato was just dying, not looking healthy. And I'm like, man, what is going on? So I knew it could have been one of two things. I just put phosphate media in there and it might have been starving the Kato. The light was too bright or there wasn't enough flow. And turns out it just wasn't enough flow. I added that pump in there and now everything's back to normal, growing like crazy. I have to push this Kato away from the pump every day because it's growing toward the pump. And then all this algae started growing on these marine pure balls, or not balls, the squares, because there's so much flow through there and algae just loves that, I guess, with the light and the flow. So that's pushing a lot of flow there. Got that control mounted. That is the micro bubble making pump for the skimmer and the auto top off. Now, if you can see here, it says that light basically says that it's running the pump, it's filling up. Well, I haven't plugged the pump in yet. I'm actually making water right now. I'm going to set the pump up, set up the auto top off. But it's pretty cool. It's got these two little prongs here. This is basically going to be the low level, and this is the high level. So when the water gets evaporated, as soon as it's not touching this sensor anymore, it's going to fill up with water until it hits this sensor, then it's going to stop. So you can really customize it how close you want it. You know, I can make it within a centimeter and it's just going to keep it right at that line. But right now I'm just messing with it. Both prongs are out of the water, so that's why it's saying the pump's going to fill up. Now if I take this magnet and I put it down into the water. Oh no, wait. Oh, that's the low water one. When I take this magnet and put it in the water, it's going to think that it's filled up, and then it's going to say level. Now when I take this pump, these prongs out of the water, it's going to say that it's low. And then when I take this prong out of the water, it's going to turn the pump on. So I really like it. I mean, the only other auto top offs I've ever had was the JBJ, you know, like the white controller. That's really old. It's really out of date. So yeah, I like this a lot better. It's got these little magnets here. I can just move them where I want when I want them. Got this little temperature probe mounted there. That's pretty much it. I think in the next videos I'm gonna get a dosing pump and a bottle of vodka and start vodka dosing, get rid of the mechanical filtration, and I'm gonna upgrade the skimmer pump eventually, and I'll have a crazy strong skimmer with the vodka dosing, and it's just gonna be a really awesome filter. The kid was growing like crazy. Those are pretty much my final touches I'm gonna put on the tank. The vodka dosing, got the good Kato flow, the skimmer pump. So yeah, it's gonna be a solid system. Like I said, I'm just dosing the ionic right now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Vodka dosing is really cheap. You basically just pay for a bottle of vodka and it lasts for a really long time. And that's going to destroy my nitrates and phosphates. They say it makes this bacteria, this mucousy bacteria that clogs up all the mechanical filtration. So I'm going to get rid of the mechanical filtration. But when I do that, obviously there's going to be more waste product in the tank. It might be broken down and you can't test for nitrates or phosphates from it. But it's still going to be in the water column. But that's why I'm going to upgrade the skimmer pump so that it's actually pulling that waste out, whether it's nitrate or phosphate ridden or not. So yeah, that's pretty much my final plans there. And then, like I said, this taping is only a part-time solution for what I'm actually going to do. It's probably going to be later on down the line, maybe an Apex controller. Not sure. Yeah. Skimmer, 1 ounce skimmates. Corals are looking good. Emperor Angel's getting big. I feel like he's twice the size he was when I got him already. Still no signs of ick on the powdered blue tang. No signs of ick really on any of the fish. And I didn't do anything. I haven't done a single water change. I've just been feeding them a lot. I've been making sure, you know, my filters are good. I'm religious with the filter socks. The skimmer's out pulling a lot of gunk. You know, the Emperor Angel and the powder blue are the most finicky to ick, I would say, and they don't have a single speck on them. So you can live with ick. It's not the end of the world. You just need to have really good water parameters. You got to keep your fish stress free, and you got to feed them a really good diet. And this tank's pretty big. There's a lot of live rock for them to peck on. There's a lot of hiding spots that keep stress down. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We're gonna kiss just as before, and happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing. So long sailing, bye bye sailing, no more.